Hi, I'm Bradley from Shellharbour City Library. I'm joined today by Rhyle from Harbour Health in Shellharbour Village.
G'day.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries, thank you.
So I want to ask a few questions today about helping colleagues and family members with mental health.
Yeah.
My first question would be, obviously this is such an internal thing that people are struggling with. What are some signs that somebody in my life is struggling?
Yeah, I think we're going to notice some maybe behaviours that are a bit out of the normal. So maybe they're withdrawing a bit more, shutting off, a bit more isolated from you or their friend networks. Yeah, that'd be kind of a big sign. Also maybe just noticing them not being themselves, you know. Are they really typically a bright and bubbly person and now they're kind of just a bit more withdrawn and kind of not as bubbly or not seeming as motivated as they have? Sometimes we won't notice anything. And I think in those cases, we've got to be really open with ourselves and our friend networks and making sure that we are checking in and saying, hey, how you going? You know, and not just answering good because everyone's good, you know, but actually, you know, letting people know, no, I am really struggling at the moment, or this is difficult, or I am stressed about this and whatnot. So if we can make that the new normal, I think that kind of communication is really important to making sure that we check in with people and how they are. So, yeah.
Great. I really like that. So once I've noticed those signs, obviously it's a sensitive issue. What's the best way I can approach somebody to open that conversation?
Yeah. I mean, I like to think there's no wrong way to do it,
Sure.
right? You know, I don't want people worried, or we don't want people worried about not asking because they're so worried about doing something wrong. You're trying to help them, you're trying to support them. So that's a beautiful, wonderful connection moment. And any way you can do that is fantastic. So maybe just going and saying, hey, I'm noticing some things that are happening. Are you okay? You know, maybe inviting them into the conversation, you know, even just saying to them, hey, I know this is difficult. If you want to talk about anything, I'm here for you and I'd love to chat. Just really that language that says, you know, I'm here to support you. If there's anything I can do, that's fantastic. Here to listen, here to care for you. Is there a way or things that, you know, I could get you connected with? So that kind of language is just really important together. But there's no real wrong way. Just if you want to connect to a mate, if you want to reach out and ask them how they are, that's fantastic. Do it in whatever way works for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Look, I know you've just said there's no real wrong way to do it, but is there any particular language I should avoid when trying to broach this subject?
Yeah, anything that blames, judges or criticises the person, I think, would be good stuff to avoid.
Sure.
So, you know, no one wants to kind of be made to feel that they're part of the problem, you know, so saying, oh, you feel this way because you did this and that is not going to really help someone. So taking away that sort of blame game, you know, taking away judgment as well, like, you know, oh, you shouldn't feel that way, or, oh, you know, just get over it. Like that kind of judgment, critical, you know, thinking and voice just doesn't work and it's not helpful. So when we remove that from our dialogue, I think we get the opportunity to let people know that we want to support them. And in our language, that's really important. You know, saying, I'm here for you, I want to support you, how can we do that is fantastic. So yeah, I'd encourage that over the other stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me about this.
Thanks for having me.